Hello YouTube, and welcome back to the Artisan of Glimmith. So last time we got area number to gold, and this time I'll work my way along these puzzles, which seem to be Palisade. All regions must have an area of exactly 4, so we cannot go directly between any of these. Okay, so that's going to have to do that. That's going to have to come out. So that's going to have to come out. It's going to have to not go like that. Okay, that's an interesting question. What happens there? What happens there is that this one can actually go like that. And that can go like that. That can come out of there. It could also go other ways, it just has to come out. That and that have to be separate. Those can join. Right. Area of exactly 5. So again, I can say none of these directly join to the others. After that, it gets difficult. Now, if this came down, we'd have to go to here and to here and couldn't go up. It'd be limited to 4. So that has to go up. And that one has to do that. That's a different shape, not this one, so that continues up again. And has one more square to take, but I don't know which one. This comes down, it's limited to 4. It could do 5 that way, but that's then locked in. Can't get 5. No, it looks. This cannot come out here. That will work for that corner. Okay, I got that wrong before. Then I could do 5 there. But that's still only 4. Could be a nice big plus. But then that's an area of 4 to be combined with an area of 2, which doesn't work. But that works. Except that doesn't. Let's start this again. So I've got those. This one could come down, which I haven't really considered. It has to come up and then go somewhere. So I do that, that. It's sneaky having 2 areas with no palisades in them. Whoa! All regions must have an area of exactly 5. That has to go out in 2 directions. That has to continue out that way. This one has to be blocked that way. And we have to go up or across. This has to come out in 2 directions. And that in 2 directions. And that is completely locked in. And that's forced. And we'll see how that has to go. Means this is forced. That has to be part of the green area. And this one is forced like that. So that's a P. And that goes either left or right. But I don't know which. Not yet. That has to come out from the side. Means that goes both of those ways. And that has to come out there. That goes like that. That goes like that. Can't tell whether that goes like that, or whether this one comes in here and this one just comes on there. That has to come out, both of these, and go into the corner. That has to come to there and continue on, and that is forced. That has to come to there, but yes, and has to extend. has to go on both of those and that. This cannot be the end. But it can't go up here because this one has to go across. And that has to come down. It's now forced down. And that's a pity. Oh, I forgot about this area. First area I started with, this was the last to finish, of course. That's level 6. We can wait a little bit. That's a 4. Mostly 4s and 5s. There's a 3. That has to be 3 straight. We're going to have to go down. That one has to be square. Has to be 3 coming up. No, wrong way. 3 going across. And that's going to have to be 3 vertical. That can't be 3 vertical. Can't be a square. That's 3 horizontal, which means that one is the square. 3. That's a 3. And 2 squares in the middle. Forgotten where the Palisade window hides. It's there. 33 of 48. And level 7 at the end. Fun. So, no size restrictions. This has to come out in 3 directions. So if I guess that, then this corner is broken. And one of these two is part of this shape. So this has to continue up. Means that's got to go that way. That's going to be a 2. That's a 2. It's quite a nice one. Level 3. That has to go like that. This has to go like that. This one has to go like that. We'll get the edges in eventually. Right. This can't go up. And that's fixed. This can't be part of the yellow region. So that's fixed. This could go left and right. Could go up. If this is horizontal, then this has to fill those spaces. If this is vertical, this would fill either side. Okay, this one has to be part of that and that, and has to end there. Still have scope for extending in this direction, potentially. Extend down. Go across, then yeah, this has to go extend both ways. Leave that for the moment. This one has to go both ways. And that's locked in, so we can't go up, which means the corner is that way and we go down. Which means this goes vertically. It does go up to there, and that stops. That goes both ways, and that one comes down. And that goes like that. Means this has to go like that. Okay, now this has to go horizontally. And another. Okay, that has to go out in a plus. This goes either up or down, but not both. This comes out in all four directions. That. This could do that, but also it could join on to this region. Okay, this one has to come out. Now, this has to join onto one of these two sides at least, so it has to join onto both. So that's an edge, and that's an edge, and that extends. And that's that shape sorted. That has to extend. This has to extend. This can go further though. That has to go both ways. This one has to go into all of those. So So that's a wall. That has to extend up. If this was part of this shape, it couldn't extend up, so it would be broken. So that's the corner. This one has to come out on all sides. That has to have a corner. This is going to have a corner somewhere. Some lines and twos. I think that's going to have to be a square probably, but no, this has to come out on all sides. Now one way would be to do that, and then this shape is finished. Right, like that. I'm not certain of it, but then this goes to a square. This has to continue to there. That has to go to there. This has to go to both of those. This cannot join on, so that has to extend in. And this one has to extend out. I couldn't see for a long time there how they were going to force that to only have one solution. Got there eventually. Oh dear, this looks hard. Area of exactly 3. So this is a straight 3 horizontally or vertically. This is a straight 3 horizontally or vertically. This one is an elbow. And this is the end part of an elbow. So we could be looking at that, for example. Okay. Another 4. So that has to go like that. And or at least a square. This has to go out in 3 directions. It could be part of a 9 this way, or it could be part of this as a 9. If this was part of a 9, it would have to be like that. So this would have to be like that. But that breaks this and this both. But these do have to be parts and lines, so I must have got this wrong. It can actually just go down like that. Okay, yeah, so this is now forced to be this one. And we can have some shades of blue right up there. Okay. 4 and 5. Let's do a 4. It doesn't have to bend up. And that doesn't work because there would have to be a bend there. This has to continue up at least another position. This sort of looks like it's going to be something lying across the bottom. And this is the inside part. A bend like that. And so is that. There's only one thing on each of these shapes. I can't extend this down. This is the tricky bit. Has to go further up. This can go up. Which would force that. Okay, that works a bit better. That one's complete. This forces that into the corner. Means I have to bring something out there. That can go another one up, and then it works. And we'll be up to 39 and 48. There's a lot. Palisade. Okay, 5. I think that's the only way of doing this corner. That has to be going horizontally through it. This is either horizontal. Okay, if this continues, it then has to go down one and stop. But then this is broken, so that means it has to come down there. That's going to be like that. This has to come out. This could end just going upwards, that would be fine. It can go down and across, and this one can end. That is going to have to be an inside corner. So that's a corner. So this is an end for something. How does this work? This goes up, then I can't fill those. Well, I can't fill that one specifically. If this comes down, yeah, okay, that has to be that. And I can put an elbow in the corner and fill that one up. That has to do that. This can come down. Okay, that was nice level 5. Yeah, I see you, level 7. But there's a level 3 to be dealt with first. Okay, we have 4 regions altogether. That is going to have to come out and down. So that's a different region. If this goes, oh, this one has to come out like that. And then it has to bend, it can't bend that way, so it has to go that way. And then it has to bend again, so it has to go that way. And that one comes down there. So this is not either of these two. Kind of tempted just to grab those, but I expect that's wrong. Because then I can bring this one around here. So this cannot grab that blue unless it goes all the way around circle. Let's just try that, see what happens. Just go all the way around the circle and triangle and then come back up like that. And that would then allow this to come in here. And this one Okay. I'm fairly happy that was forced. Oh yikes. Palisade and polyomino. And we have 49. 1, 2, 3, 4 fours and 4 fives. So there are a few leftovers. Not to mention that one in particular. That cannot join part of that, because then this one will be wrong. This can't be part of that. It's going to have to be like that. This could be part of the P. This is not part of the square, nor is that. The square goes like that. Yeah, let us go up. I think that's the only way we can get the U. That. It's going to have to go like that. This can go like that. It would seem to make sense. Yeah. Another 5. Okay, that has to go down, that has to come out, go down, out, down. That has to grab both of those, and that has to go to there, because this part is forced. That, out, left or right. If you go left, we have to go left, up, left. It's entirely constrained, but doesn't split the areas correctly. So that has to go that way. Can't go left. If we go right, then we're back into this one with the same problem as before. So I don't think we can go right, so we have to go down. Well, that works. So this has to join to that. That is broken. Nope, that can go in there. This has to be different colour, so this one is forced to be the one that goes all the way around. Okay. Now this is going to get interesting. Let's go. This has to take that. It's going to have to be that. But I need to take away some of these as well, I think. So something like that. Yeah. Oh, not doing 7 yet. Do 2. That has to be vertical. I should have seen right at the beginning. And this has to continue around like that. Oh. Okay. How are we doing? 4 more. Is this still Palisade over here? Yes, it is. At least that's how it looks. Each region contains a single symbol. Okay, so something like this. No, that's wrong. So these have to go vertically. This would still extend. And lock in the ones that are fully constrained. This can't go there. So that's locked in. Yeah, that was okay. One there. I'm wondering if I've wandered away from Palisade. Oh well. Yeah, I think. No, that's non-boxy, so maybe this one is still part of Palisade. Let's see where the window went. No, 44, so I wandered too far away. Here's one. Ooh, I'm going to fit this on the other side. In a 3-step. Either of these, it's 4. Ooh. Okay, let's continue and see how that goes. So if this joined onto here, okay, well join on, but not yet. Okay, let's try that. So that's the sticky up bit there. And we have 2 here, so that comes down. No, that's 4 high. It still didn't work. Here, no, this is... Can we fit that against this? I don't think so. Into 3, 2 down, and 1 across. And then the moment I fit that in, just try it. This one has to come 3 down. But we also have to come 3 across, which doesn't work. Where can I get something that is only 3 deep to match this area? Can't be that, because if it joins, it's too wide. Can't be there. Could be that one. 3 deep. Across. No, that would have to join all of this stuff in. Also doesn't work. So if I match that onto that, then this comes up here to there. That's that one. Those 2 are those 2, but then I need that. Don't need that one. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's broken with that. And that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that. It's there. I take that and that. Yeah, this. So that's all that's actually forced by the different patterns. Yep. That one was that one. That 3. No. Sticks out too far. That one. No, that goes about 5 down. That one sticking out goes 4 down. Do that. 1, 2 across, 3 down, 4 down. Okay, and 1 down. That doesn't work because I need, that was the sticking out top. I need another one there. That, right. Assuming that's the top. No, that doesn't work. That's the top, it's going far too far across. About that. You have to come down 3 on this side and across another one, and then we're into there. That doesn't work. Back to there. Join that knot up. Is there any way to fit? That's so that onto that. Goes down 4. And there's 4 down here. And that one can only go 3. Two, 4, 4. It's now going to go up again. Okay, I'm going to leave this puzzle. ID 96685. They added ID numbers. They're not in any kind of sequence though. Right, so I'm still stuck on 44 out of 48. Be a few more hiding in here. 56. Okay. That on the edge has to go like that. Area of exactly 5. But there's several options for that. Can this join to that? No. No, that is forced. And that isn't. But that has to go like that. Could actually come up there. Interesting. If that then comes right, then this one is going to break it. So that has to continue down. Because this has to come out 3, 4, 5. That is now forced. That cannot go up. Well, it could go up, could go up and across. This could be a P shape in the corner, or a P shape going down like that. If it goes out this way, then we send something up behind it, which would work. And that could go with that, or it could go the opposite way, or it could be lower down, or anything. If this goes up and across, then that's broken. So it doesn't have and a wall there. There's a wall here, and again, I can take one of each. Oh, that's annoying. I can fill that in quite happily. Yeah. That one goes that way, and this can do something like that. That's walled in. Yeah, okay. So if this comes like this, that's walled in. In fact, if it's got both of those, that's a problem. So that means it does have both of these. And either up or across. And this is a wall one side or the other, so this one is going up and across. And going out in one of the other directions. Means this bit is going to have to be filled in that way. Means this cannot go up, cannot go left, so it's going to have to go right. Okay, that's not working, I don't think. Oh, that can go down into that. Right, this can extend into here, and then we can put 5 on the edge. That has to be that. And that has to be that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, two areas here to be extended by 1. And if this went like that, that could go like that. And that corner is going to be the problem for this. So a wall there, go back, I put a wall there, then this one is forced to be that shape. This is forced to extend in one of these two. And this becomes a problem here. that is definitely a part of something. Can't go like that. Can possibly go like that. That one's gone wrong. Oops. It would have to be like that. So what is this? To do that. Ah, okay. Let's undo back to... That was the wall at the top. No. Wall at the bottom means I can't do wall there. Why can I not just do the wall there? Because then this one has to go up. Yeah, okay, wall at the bottom doesn't work. That. Wall at the top. What is that? Didn't work. Yeah. I think I'm looking at that. 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 Back to that one. Yay. Okay, there's one hiding in the crevice here, but I think that's for next time. I can do a 6 and a 7 and tackle that 4 again. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I'll be back again soon.